Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Let me start by telling you why you're here. You're here because you can feel it. Something in the culture is softening people. Not in a good way, not in a kind way, but in a fragile way. You are here because you've been told directly or indirectly that the highest goal in life is to be safe. Don't take risks, don't offend, don't stand out, don't make waves, don't ever get it wrong, don't get hurt. And on the surface, that sounds wise. On the surface, it sounds mature. On the surface, it sounds like protection. But you and I both know what it really produces. It produces people who are comfortable but not alive. People who are informed but not courageous. People who have opinions but no spine. People who are busy but not building. So in the next few minutes, I want to give you a different standard. Not a mood, not a quote, a way to live. We're living in a culture of safety. From childhood, we're trained to avoid risk, prevent harm, and protect the status quo. We're trained to keep things predictable, to stay agreeable, to keep our heads down, to wait for permission. Now, let me be fair. Safety has its place. If you have children, you want safety. If you're building a life, you want stability. If you're healing, you want peace. But when safety becomes the highest virtue, it slowly poisons the human spirit. Because if your main goal is to never feel discomfort, you will never do anything that requires change. If your main goal is to never lose, you will never play a serious game. If your main goal is to never be judged, you will never become someone worth studying. To truly live, you must remain dangerous. Now, before anybody misses, let me define what I mean. When I say dangerous, I don't mean reckless. I don't mean violent. I don't mean cruel. And I don't mean unstable. I mean functional danger. The possession of strength, sharp thinking, and a will that does not bend on command. Paired with the discipline to keep those powers under control. It's the ability to cause impact with the character to choose restraint. That's what I would teach any child. Because a harmless person is not automatically a good person. A harmless person, most often, is a person with no options. And this is the trap that we've fallen into. We celebrate harmlessness as if it's a virtue. Psychology makes a brutal point here. There is a huge difference between being harmless and being virtuous. A harmless person is good because they don't have the power to be anything else. They're safe because they're weak. They avoid conflict because they can't handle it. They agree because they're afraid. They keep the peace because they have no teeth. But a dangerous person has capacity. They can say no. They can face conflict. They can and will stand their ground. They can handle pressure. They can withstand disapproval. And they're good because they could cause trouble, but choose to build instead. If you have no teeth, your peace isn't a choice. It's just a lack of options. That is why competence matters. A disciplined mind cannot be easily manipulated. A trained body does not fold at the first sign of pressure. A clear voice can speak even when the truth is unpopular. And when you don't build competence, you pay a cost that people don't talk about. The cost of playing it safe is not only boredom, it's learned helplessness. You start feeling anxious, not because life is too hard, but because some part of you knows that you're underusing your capacity. You can sense the life that you're not living. You can feel the gap between what you are capable of and what you're settling for. That gap becomes quiet regret. And quiet regret corrodes you from the inside. There's also a philosophical trap inside comfort. Nietzsche warned us to live dangerously, because the safest path produces the kind of person who only wants warmth, ease, and the next distraction. If you remove risk from your life, you remove the possibility of greatness. Growth happens at the border between chaos and order. Stay only in the known, and you do not stay safe, you shrink. You trade potential for predictability. And history proves the pattern. Progress is rarely moved by the compliant. It's moved by people who were considered dangerous by the institutions of their time, because they refused to outsource their consciousness. Socrates did not carry a sword, but his questions threatened the comfort of Athens. Frederick Douglass made literacy a weapon, mastering language and law in a world designed to keep him silent. The Wright brothers risked ridicule and injury to chase what others called impossible. None of them were dangerous because they loved chaos. They were dangerous because they carried competence and conviction to places that preferred obedience. So what does this mean for you today? It means remaining dangerous is not a personality. It's not aggression for its own sake. It's not a costume that you put on for confidence. It's a practice. It's something that you train. So let's make it practical and give you a simple framework that you can carry. Here are 7 steps to stay dangerous, in the good sense of the word. 7 steps to become competent, awake, and unyielding in character, without becoming reckless. Step 1. Embrace voluntary hardship. Do difficult things on purpose so you don't become fragile. Choose challenges that stretch you. Not because suffering is holy, because comfort makes you brittle. Voluntary hardship trains your mind and your body to handle stress and uncertainty without panic. Step 2. Develop your dark side. Acknowledge and integrate your aggressive, ambitious, and hungry parts. Stop pretending that you don't have them. If you suppress them, they leak out as bitterness, passive aggression, and quiet sabotage. If you own them, you can direct them into constructive pursuits. Controlled fire is power. Uncontrolled fire is destruction. Step 3. Cultivate critical thinking. Read widely. Question assumptions. Develop your own opinions. Stop borrowing your beliefs from the loudest voice in the room. A mind that cannot think clearly will always be managed by somebody else. If you want to stay free, you have to stay mentally sharp. Step 4. Speak truth to power. Practice articulating your thoughts clearly and confidently, even when it's uncomfortable. A clear voice is one of the most dangerous tools a person can have. Not because it's loud, because it's accurate. If you can't speak, you will always be negotiated down. Step 5. Build competence. Develop skills that make you valuable and hard to ignore. Get serious about mastery, not comfort. Competence gives you options. It gives you leverage. It gives you calm, because you know you can handle what comes. Step 6. Set boundaries. Learn to say no. Prioritize your goals and values. Do not be swayed by external pressure and guilt or social approval. A person with weak boundaries is easy to control. A person with clear boundaries is hard to domesticate. Step 7. Refuse domestication. Question societal norms and expectations. Stay true to yourself, even if it means standing alone for a season or two. Do not let the culture train drag you into being predictable, quiet, and easily managed. Stay awake, stay honest, stay dangerous. Now let me close this with the crossroads, because this is the choice in front of you. You can choose to be harmless, predictable, quiet, easily managed, or you can choose to be dangerous, competent, awake, unyielding in character. The world has enough people playing it safe. What is needed are people with teeth, who lead with grace. Be dangerous so you can be useful. Be dangerous so you can be free. Sharpen your mind. Strengthen your resolve. Refuse to be domesticated. Look, guys, life is full of choices. You have to make the right choice for you. And if you want to know more, stay tuned to this channel, because it's the right one for you. If you want these lessons to keep finding you, hit the bell. I will teach you the steps and I'll help you turn them into real change. We walk together. You take care. Stay blessed. This is the way. Namaste.